So, ladies and gentlemen, I first got wind of this, or first heard about this from Pat King. He talked about it on his live feed yesterday. But basically, he didn't say much about it. He just thought, I'm going to read this post here, and it's from Tiffany Lynn, and this happened upon their arrival back to Canada. So let me zoom this up here, see if I can read it. I'm a little bit far away from my computer. So Tiffany Lynn writes on December 4th, "This is a tough post for me. Today we traveled back to Canada from Cairo. We came early to complete the new quarantine requirement given. Egypt has been listed as a country of concern. I am fully vaccinated. We had PCR tests in Cairo and Frankfurt. We have an empty home in Calgary to go to. On arrival in YYC, I have no idea what that is, we were taken by Canadian Border Services to Public Health Canada, Public Health Canada screening. It was a 15-minute interrogation about my history with COVID, none, my plans in Canada, and my testing and vaccination. They read me my rights and told me I was entitled to a lawyer. They told me the fine for breaking quarantine is up to $750,000. We had a dedicated escort throughout, ensuring we weren't escaping secondary unexplained screening at customs and a PCR test on arrival. We weren't allowed to make any stops or get anything to eat or drink. The whole process took about 2 hours. We were transferred in a dedicated vehicle to the Westin Airport Hotel in Calgary. The Government of Canada has contracted the entire hotel as a secure quarantine location. The parking lot is blocked with no trespassing signs. We were met by the Red Cross of Canada employees in hazmat suits. We were processed and taken to an isolation floor. We cannot go outside. We cannot leave our room. We cannot get deliveries or packages. We cannot consume anything from off-site. We can only get meals that they send us." And it goes on to write, "It is now 6:30 p.m. and we have not had anything to eat or drink since we landed at 3 p.m. So 3.5 hours. They have no cups for water in the room. I requested some, but to no avail. Once we get our test results, presumably negative, and can take up to 72 hours, we must contact the Red Cross, who will coordinate with quarantine officers for our release. That can take up to 48 hours, they say. They will provide us dedicated transportation to our quarantine location, our home, where we must complete 14 days in isolation. We must also take another test on day 8. This is happening right now in Canada, 2 years into a pandemic to vaccinated individuals." Okay, let me read that again. This is happening right now in Canada, 2 years into a pandemic to vaccinated individuals. I don't have words to express this well. I waver back and forth between rage, embarrassment, and disbelief. This will change my whole life, I have no doubt. And she posts a couple. I'll zoom back to where I was so you can watch this video. So, okay, let's see if I can get some volume on this. Gee, that must be scary for that little girl there, eh? Take a look at another video here.
Okay, so 3 of you.
Yep.
Please don't videotape.
I'm not videotaping you. I'm not on video.
Thanks, honey. Thanks, honey. Okay.
This
and
is
your
insane.
Your first and last name, please.
G-A-U.
These people are fully vaccinated.
R-A.
Jeez. Let me see what the other video looks like. Now keep in mind this is their arrival. I'm assuming checking in part. Oh, hang on. Back this up here a bit.
Yeah.
What is this? Go all the way down to the end. Who provides this kind of
This is insane.
Protocol. Like, where did this come from? This is like from infectious disease.
Welcome to Canada, ladies and gentlemen. She does some updates too. Here, she writes this one about the Canadian Red Cross. Next time you think about making a donation to the Canadian Red Cross, keep in mind that your donation dollars are going to things like supervising fully vaccinated travelers in a mandatory government quarantine facility. I'm sure there are other organizations that could use your money. And here I believe she did an update 26 minutes ago. So, Tiffany writes, Canadian hotel quarantine day 3. So she's been in there for 3 days already. We will have no PCR results because apparently in Canada it takes 72 hours to get results in 2021. Or maybe they just want us to stay here longer. The food is horrible, it arrives cold, and has limited nutritional value. It is not It is not food sell for us. Not sure what that means. I will call public health. Oh, okay, so terrible food, in other words. No fruits or vegetables aside from potatoes. No beverages are offered, so it's tap water for the win. No wait. I did some other coffee filters and packages and creamers. It's gross. The hotel gives a number. The hotel gives a number for people to call so they can speak to us. Okay, so that's for family. But they won't actually put any calls through to our room. Okay, so the hotel gives a number for people to call us so they can speak to us, but they won't actually put any calls through to our room. Isn't that something? These people are being treated like prisoners, man. Worse, even prisoners get a call when they're 1 or 2 times a day or whatever. When you call, they just say they will pass the message on to the Red Cross, who will send us this message. The kids are going kids are going stir crazy. No fresh air, no physical activity. We are doing yoga and schoolwork. I brought a couple card games, but can't. Okay, I brought a couple card games, but can only fill in so many hours of the day. Oh yeah, she brought some card games, but can only fill so many hours a day with no space or freedom to roam. We have only one bed in the hotel room, so we're all sleeping together. Isn't that something? I asked for tampons. It took 24 hours to receive them. Isn't that amazing? We have a window to nothing. Can see the parking lot. Can't see the parking lot or any comings and goings from the site. I wonder if they give rooms that have a view to that. Well, isn't that something? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to attach the link to this post. This link, I'll attach her profile, actually. I'll just copy her profile and add it in, so you guys can go check this out for yourself. This is horrible. Absolutely horrible. This is Canada, 2021, ladies and gentlemen. Imprisoning the vaccinated. Unbelievable. Well, I wish I could have done a better job reading all of this, but once I just click on the link or profile link in the description box, and you can read all of this for yourself. That is, if you don't get kicked off Facebook. Unbelievable.